Happy Thursday, everybody. Chamber check-in time. I'm here today with owner and nurse practitioner of Table Rock Mobile Medicine, Brad Bigford. Hi, Brad.
Hey, Paul. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Hey, you joined the chamber about a year ago, and I'm so excited to be able to share your story and a little bit more about your business. The timing is perfect to have some type of mobile medicine and mobile doc. Why don't you tell us how you got your start and why?
Sure. So we actually started in 2016, April of 2016, and never thought we'd be here, but we're just kind of fortunate in a way, with the pandemic to offer something that works with everything that's going on. So we started kind of as honestly a joke. I put up a post on Facebook about how I was going to see my family for some of their medical problems when they came down for Christmas one year. And I was joking that I was going to send them all medical bills. And it kind of blew up. All my friends were like, "Oh my God, I'd love to have you in my home to see if my kid has an ear infection or check out this rash or, whatever it may be." And then I was like, whoa, this could kind of be something. So I have a friend that specializes in medical billing. And I said, hey, is this something that we can legally do? House calls. I reached out to the, Idaho State Board of Nursing, and I said, hey, is this legal? Are we allowed to do this? And everyone said it's legal. We can do it. So we started a company, and a few months later, we saw our first patient.
Wow. Well, with that, tell me a little bit about the territory that you serve with Table Rock Mobile Medicine.
So we started as a kind of Boise, Meridian, Eagle, Middleton, Star. That was back in 2016. And then we've kind of kept that core area. But lately, we just hired on Kayla Salcido. She's a nurse practitioner as well. And so we added in Nampa and Kuna. So we go to Boise, Eagle, Middleton, Meridian, Garden City, Star, Nampa, and Kuna.
Okay. So mobile medicine is, instead of me scheduling an appointment to go to a doctor's office, figuring out how I'm going to get there, where I'm going to park, you'll come to my house?
Right. So instead of you, like a lot of moms use us, because instead of you loading up all your kids because you're sick or one of them is sick, going into even like a walk-in clinic, which is kind of what we do a lot of, you don't have to do any of that. You stay home, you schedule on our website, we'll come to you, we'll bring everything we need, and you get to get, a medical service sitting on your couch. We see a lot of kids because kids are way more comfortable in their own homes than going into a clinic where they're kind of, really anxious. And even adults can be anxious too going into a clinic. So yeah, you get to stay home. We'll see people for anything from like a strep throat, ear infections, rashes. We can even do sutures or take off ingrown toenails, or see people for dehydration or a migraine. Anything you go into that walk-in clinic for, that's a great service, or a great thing to think of when you can use us. So don't use us if it's like an emergency, like, you're got this crushing chest pain, or you can't breathe, or you're choking. We're not the replacement for 911, but we're the replacement of, hey, this thing just came up. I kind of want to get it checked out. Let's not go into that clinic. Let's call Brad.
Okay. So we're out on a ball field, little league game, and somebody gets a ball in the nose. We can call you and you'll come out to the field?
Yeah, if we're not totally booked out, but lately we've kind of our bookings. But yeah, we've actually seen people, like an Optimist Youth Football Complex, did a kind of an appointment right there on the tailgate. I saw, a kid cut his leg at the park one time and sutured him up right at the park. So yeah, there's no place we won't go. I've seen people that lived in a chicken coop. I've seen people who are homeless. I see people who live in like $1 million homes and everything in between.
That's awesome, Brad. Thanks for bringing that to this community. How's the perception going with mobile doc?
Yeah, so sometimes people see us as like a mobile ambulance, and we're not that. And then sometimes people see us as like like their primary care provider. So there's kind of this perception that we're everything. And so, we can't do colonoscopies. We can't do, chart casts. So we do have a very limited scope in what we can do in the home. You probably don't want us doing major surgery, taking out your gallbladder, sitting on your couch or something. But, things that are like minor procedures too, we can do. So we can, like I said, do sutures. We can freeze off warts. We can even, if you've ever seen the show Dr. Pimple Popper, we can do some of that stuff. So.
What about vaccinations? Do you do flu shots? And I'm sure a good question is, are you going to be able to administer some COVID vaccines?
Yeah, great question. So we highly encourage everyone to always get their flu shots, especially the kiddos getting, go to their pediatrician, getting the things like their MMR and whatnot. We do yearly flu shots starting typically in September, and we go until we run out. So this last year we did 1,500 flu shots in people's homes, which was awesome. That was the most we've ever done. But in terms of the COVID vaccines, we probably won't be getting it because there's that really stringent storage requirement. It has to be ultra cold storage, and we just don't have the capabilities to do that. But we highly encourage people to get their COVID vaccines. All of us with Table Rock, there's 5 of us, me, Kayla, Jocelyn, Amber, and Sarah. We have all gotten their COVID vaccines.
Awesome. Okay. Let me make sure I got all my questions here. You talked a little bit about the services, so kind of not an urgent care.
I say we do urgent care.
Okay, so
yeah,
urgent care.
Yeah, you have like influenza, you have a rash that just kind of cropped up, ear infections, a cough, asthma, flare up, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And then are you taking new patients currently?
Oh yeah. So we, probably half of our visits every day is from a new patient. That's been, since the end of time, because we're in urgent care. So if we just took our, what the people we've seen in the past, we wouldn't grow. So no, we're always taking new patients.
Okay. And then are you a preferred provider under the common insurance here?
Yeah. So there's kind of a few, I call them collectives. So if you get in one, you kind of get a bunch of insurance companies. Like there's like the St. Luke's Health Partners, the St. Al's Health Alliance. So we're in those big kind of collectives. And then we also take Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Medicare, Medicaid, Aetna, United. I can't name off all of them, but we take a ton. There's not one that I can't think of we don't take.
Okay. And then we talked about your territory. And then how many hours in advance, if we needed your service, would we need to schedule online with you?
Yeah, so the website makes it so that you can't schedule like 5 minutes before. So we need at least an hour, because if you book 5 minutes before, then there's no way we can get there on time. So there's a little bit of a lead up time, but sometimes if we're booked, but it's like say your kid steps on something and gets a cut on their foot and they need stitches, I tell people for that kind of stuff, call me and I'll see if I can squeeze you in. But if it's something that can maybe wait a couple hours, like an ear infection or a sore throat, just book on the website and you can actually see the times that we have available. And if you want one of those times, take it. It's a HIPAA compliant scheduling app and it works really easily.
Awesome. And we may not get you, Brad, but you have a team as well, and you can kind of pick and choose who you want to come see you.
So you can either choose the soonest available and you can see the time that would be, or you can choose a specific provider you want to see. Like if you really love Jocelyn, which a lot of people do, then pick Jocelyn. If you really love Kayla, pick Kayla. So you can choose the person because we're going into people's homes, so trust is a huge issue. So I want people to have a rapport with our employees. Pick the person you want to see, pick the time you want, and then we'll be there.
Okay. Now, in the room that I see you at now, is that a home clinic, or do you have an office as well?
Yeah, so on weekday afternoons, I'm here at the office. It's a true clinic. It's on Orchard and Overland. And I take walk-ins here. Plus, I kind of do some of the back-end business work, kind of like, doing stuff like this. Okay. So while Jocelyn, Kayla, Sarah, Amber, they're out, on the road right now, I'm in the office. It's just a traditional, exam room.
Right.
And we also use this too, not just for walk-ins, but people that don't live in our service area or people that don't feel comfortable with someone going into their home, especially like right now, which I totally get. So that there's kind of a few reasons why we use this office.
Okay. hey, now times are high school sports are starting again, and we're getting our physicals, and these hybrid schedules. Are you offering, do you do physicals for
Yeah.
people as well?
So we'll do sports physicals. So that's like, going into, instead of having your teenager come into the clinic doing the turn the head and cough deal, we can do it, the sports physical at the home. It's
Okay.
just $30 cash. We'll also actually do adult annual wellness visits. And then Jocelyn and Kayla will actually do like women's annuals here at the office.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Hey, while I got you, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience today?
No, we're all nurse practitioners that work here, so we have kind of a nursing focus. So we spend a lot of time getting to know people and their families, as well as talking to them about their issues, not just treating the disease or treating the issue. So we don't want to see people as an illness. What I mean by that is, you're not like a diabetic or you're not an asthmatic. You're a person with the disease, and how does the disease affect you? So because we're nurse practitioners, we kind of have a little bit of a different focus, but we can still diagnose, prescribe, refer, and we can do everything in an evidence-based way. So I think we're pretty affordable. And the other thing is that I didn't talk about is, if you don't have insurance and you want to use us, we actually offer a 50% discount off the total bill if you pay it in full the visit. So you can get 50% off your total medical bill. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, those are great points to be made. So what we have rolling on the bottom of the screen is your website. That's how you book with Brad and Table Rock Mobile Medicine. Thank you for your investment with the Chamber, Brad.
Well, thanks, Paul. These kind of things I think are great for Chamber members, kind of get their names out there, kind of, keep business going, which is, I know what you guys are all about, but even helping people get to know businesses that maybe have never heard of us before. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is our pleasure. And thank you again for your investment in this community and for the care that you're giving to this community. Already, I can imagine having some great rapport with you and your team. It feels good. I'm not even in your office, and I like the energy in here. So thanks so much for taking some time with me today to share your story and the services that you provide.
Sure. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate you.
You bet. Have a great weekend.
All right. Take care.